What is up, everyone? My name is Mr. J, and today I am bringing you a Digimon deck profile. A few weeks ago, because now it's been like 2 weeks, I took Jesmon to my locals. Just an FYI disclaimer, I only had the starter deck cards for the from the Jesmon starter deck. I didn't have any of the BT10 stuff. So what I'm going to show you today is just the updated version of what I took at locals, and then I'll tell you what changes I've made since that tournament. But getting into the cards, I am running 4 copies of Gurimon. I know, blasphemy, right? It's not the Gurimon draw 1 and then if it has 6k or more when attacking. I like this one because of the DP buff. Usually you will have a Sistermon in play. You'll have most likely 2 Digimon in play. So giving your Bauhuckmons that extra 1k, or your Saviors that extra 1k, or even your Jesmons an extra 1k can really help, especially when playing against like Gaiomon, because Gaiomon with the Metal Grey X antibody, it will have like massive amounts of DP. I prefer this one. If you saw me round 2, I know that was my fault, but I ended up, decking out. So this deck does cycle even without the draw 1 Guri. And then yesterday I was playing Blue Flare, and then some guy, he was using the draw 1 Guri, and then he swung with his Bauhuck and died in security because he didn't have the extra 1000 DP. Moving on to the best searcher in the game, the OG Huckmon. So this one again, revealed top 5 at Jesmon, Sistermon, or Royal. Oh no, it's not Royal Nut. Jesmon, Sistermon, or Huckmon in its name. Very crucial. You cannot add something with Royal 9. And that's something it took me a while to realize that you cannot actually add Gankumon off this. It's still really good though, obviously, because it searches everything in your deck pretty much. 4 of the new starter deck Huckmon, again, blasphemy. I know I'm not running, even after I got them in the mail. The searcher, the one that searches for Sistermons when attacking, I don't like that one. I feel like it bottom decks most of your pieces, and then let's just say you need to promote your Bauhuck just to start cycling, and then you have to attack with your Bauhuck. You'll reveal top 5, and then you'll bottom deck your level 5s and your level 6s, and then you're like screwed. So no, I'm not playing it. I do like this one just because this one's all turns. If you have 2 or more Digimon in play, you do get the 1000 DP. And then it does come up here when you play a Digimon with Sistermon in its name, you do get an extra memory. Really good. And then for the last of our rookies, 3 Solarmons. I think Blue Flare is a really bad matchup for this deck. I don't even know if I'd hard play the Solarmon. It's a tough call. It's a tough call. Now with the Shoutmons out of the meta, this could be something else potentially. I just don't know what it could be yet. I'm not okay with playing just 8 rookies or 9 rookies with what some people do, because you tend to brick in this deck. I know there's a lot of searching, but you will brick, and then people are like, oh, I'm only running 8 rookies. Why did I brick? Look at your rookie count, please. I don't want to be mean, bro, but like some people play like 8 rookies and then wonder why they brick. Moving on to champions, we are running 4 Bauhuckmon, the OG, 4 of the new Bauhuckmon. Again, best one because it has removal. This one is really good though. I don't mind it. The all turns gain 1000 DP, really nice. It makes it hard for your opponent to swing over your level 6s. And of course your Jesmon GX, if it has blocker, I mean it does have blocker, so it's crazy if you have Gurimon, Huckmon, and Bauhuckmon, all that give plus 3k DP. Only 4 of the ones that you can digivolve in raising area, and I'm not usually very comfortable with that number, only 8, but it works out. Then moving on to the ultimates, we do have 4 Savior Huckmon, the new one, 1 of the old one, of course, because you can only play 1, and then 1 Chimeramon. You already seen Straw Hat Izzy's video. This is the best one. You want this one all the time because being able to play the Sistermon from trash or from hand is busted every turn, once per turn though. I will say when Digivolving effect, sometimes you almost never have enough memory, but you can catch your opponent in guard. When Digivolving, it's pretty much it gives this Digimon the Judgement of the Blade effect. I just feel like it never comes up. Your opponent should not give you more than 1 memory in this deck. That's pretty much how you beat this deck, if you just keep choking them out, because yeah, ever since Straw Hat Izzy, nobody plays the Tamers, so you can just choke them out and brush them down, most Jesmon players. We are playing 3 of the OG Blanc, and then 2 of the Sistermon Blanc. It used to be swapped where I was playing 3 of the new ones and 2 of the old ones. But in the tournament, I just wished I had another Blocker Blanc, the one that gave Blocker to all your Sistermons. The decoy is really nice, the red and black. If you notice, round 2, Eric had the Gaia Force in his hand, and he couldn't do anything to remove my Jesmon because of the decoy effect. I still really like this one though, because it does help to unbreak your hand. Of course, on play, trash 1, draw 2 is really nice. Then moving on to the CLs, I am running 2 of the starter deck CLs, and then 3 copies of the BT10 CL. So before, I wasn't even playing this one because I didn't have this card, and I also didn't like it. But even before, when I made the changes, before I had 1 of the OG CL, and then 3 of this Sistermon CL. So I like this one because it's once per turn when one of your Digimon digivolves into something with Huckmon or Royal Knight in its traits, you do get 1 memory. So that's every turn. So I think that's what the advantage this CL has over the old CL. And I know some people in the comment section were saying like, oh, but the old CL helps keep it your turn sometimes when you digivolve into the starter deck Jesmon. I honestly don't care. Like, if I choke my opponent at 1, perfect. I don't miss it. I already have enough DP buff with the Bao Huckmon, the Gurimon, and the, what's it called? The starter deck Huck that I don't really have to worry about it. But I like this one. The reboot here is really nice just to keep your Jesmon safe from opposing Digimon swinging over. And also, again, this one reviews top 3. You grab anything you want pretty much from your deck and then, yeah, trash the rest. This one I really like because I like cards that add consistency to the deck. It just helps you unbreak. And then 4 of the starter deck Jesmon, 2 of the Jesmon X Antibody, and then 2 of the Gankumon X Antibody, and then finally 1 Jesmon GX. So before, these used to be 2 heroes. Well, I guess you could say these were 2 heroes, and these were 2 of the regular starter deck Gankumons. But I have upgraded. I do think these are better additions. Well, I do think the hero is nice. Yeah, it's way too slow. It's way too slow. This one, the Jesmon, the starter deck one, I know Straw Hat is the only runs it at 3, but like that's no way. In my opinion, this is the best Jesmon. Like, this one's pretty good, yes, but when you're digivolving on top. So even if you don't see X Antibody, having this bad boy on the field when attacking every single turn, you get to play a Sistermon from your hand. Even if you don't have the Savior Huck inheritable, is just way too good. Way too good. And the Blitz effect is, yeah, broken. Jesmon X Antibody is really good because sometimes it's not optimal, but you can digivolve this in the raising area. And then you can just go into X Antibody for 0 cost. Sometimes gain a memory if you have the CL on board. The BT10 CL, and then swing it unsuspended Digimon. What's down to like. Then 2 Gankumon X Antibody. This is mainly for the GX, but I guess, you know, if you don't have any other play, you can digivolve into this. It'll have blocker. So if you have the starter deck Blanc, it will have reboots. So the starter deck CL, my bad. So you can swing with it, and then with the CL, it'll reboot on your turn. So it'll have blocker, and then plus it'll protect your Digimon for the turn from having a DP reduced or from being returned from to the hand or deck. So, and then GX, before I wasn't playing the GX, but after I received 1 copy from my friend Sergio, my cousin, thank you Sergio, thank you so much. I really like it. It's a good game finisher. I don't think I'd add a second copy because, again, just a game finisher, I don't think it's needed. And I don't want to brick with too many megas in my hands if I go first, right? Because, again, there is a chance that you're not going to see all your pieces. All right, so that's it for our megas. Lastly, for our options, I am running 2 copies of Judgment of the Blade and 4 copies of From Master to Disciple. Judgment of the Blade, I know Risu the Squirrel asked me about it. I love this card. Like, I'm not going to take it out just because sometimes your opponent doesn't expect it. Nobody plays Judgment of the Blade. Strawhead Izzy doesn't play it since everyone's like pretty much mimicking his list. They don't expect like a Savior Huckmon coming out from the raising area. You play Judgment of the Blade and then go into the Jesmon, the one that has the Blitz. And obviously he'll get Sec +1, so he'll delete the opposing Digimon that's unsuspended and then swing for 2 checks and then most likely bring out 2 cards. And then if you have the CL, the new CL from the BT10, you can go into Jesmon X Antibody. It just gets, it's too crazy. But also what this does is you don't need the Jesmon X Antibody to do that full combo, right? So it's really good. I like it, especially with the security effect. You get to play Sistermon from hand or trash. Really good, really good. From Master Disciple, just because, mostly because it's 2 costs and it searches top 3. And then later on, you can reduce the Digivolution by 1, right? But I like it because of the consistency that it adds. All right, but that is the deck profile. Thank you guys. In the comment section down below, if you have topped with Jesmon, let me know. What do you think is the most important card in the deck? Like, what card is essential for you to get first place? It will be a while until I revisit this deck just because, you know, on my channel, I like to play a variety of decks. So for sure, I'm going to play Blue Flare is next on the channel, and I'll play another deck after that. And I most likely will come back to Jesmon just because I really like the play style. I like the toolboxy nature of it. And yeah, I was pleasantly surprised when I played this deck. It was a lot of fun. I suggest you pick it up if you haven't picked it up because the starter decks are cheap. And even though the Jesmon GX is going up, right now I think it's only $30. You can make it work with just 1 copy. Everything else I think is super cheap, super cheap. Yeah, if you like toolbox type decks and you like red, I don't even like Jesmon as a Digimon, so I was having a blast when I was playing. Okay, but yes, thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for the next round again, which is Blue Flare, and I will see you all next time.